Gemini, what's up, my people? What's good? It's your brother, man. Say I knew. We are back. See, we in our new spot, right? We had to get somewhere where it wasn't cold. Yeah, man. I love being out in nature, but yeah, we live in a place where we get all 4 seasons here. So yeah. So here we are. Got some new dips. Hope y'all like it. Got the I got the green going on. Yeah, I wanna try and I don't know if I've been purposely concentrating on it, but I'm gonna try and make sure I got some green in every video we do, right? Some sort of green, right? This is our motif. We are the nature people, the Neter folk, something like that. Anyway, my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Nodian folks, what's good? We're gonna do your spiritual focus reading for the cycle. All right, so. Put your, well, let me just say a few words about this Metu Neter, right? It's not just a regular oracle, folks. Y'all heard me say it before, I will say it again, right? Through this oracle, right? See, what happens is, God is God, right? And God talks to us through all kinds of stuff, right? This is a language that we learn to talk to God, right? This is dealing with the tree of life, right? The Sephiroth, right? This tree of life speaks to the various aspects of God. It helps you to understand what is there. It's a cosmogram, so it shows you the whole in the world, right? The Egyptians told us, as above, so below. So what's out there is in here, right? Inside you, that cosmogram also exists. So this is speaking to the various aspects of your being. It gives you a reading. It says to you, Seker. Well, it's speaking at your Seker. It's saying, what are you doing with your Seker faculty, right? It's saying, what are you doing with your Heru faculty, right? Your Heru faculty. It's saying, invoke your Heru faculty. It's saying, your Heru faculty is Tem. It's saying, you're being too much Heru Tehuti. It's saying, you have to get more intelligent. You have to do more studies with your Seven. Right? You know what I'm saying? This is going to be instructions for the spirit. Right? That's what the spirit, this card is all about. Some of y'all need to go look at that video I did about the questions to ask the oracle. Proper questions to ask this oracle. Because again, we're talking about spiritual development. This is a spiritual counselor. This is not just some cards. This is a spiritual counselor. This is Tehuti himself coming here to tell you what it is, right? So we're not just doing readings, we're talking to God. Okay. Got to make that clear, got to get that known so y'all can understand and appreciate this, right? This is some of the best stuff ever. This is one of my favorite things on this earth. Why? Because this puts me in direct contact with God. What are you talking about? Like, of course. Best stuff out there. Alright. Enough said. Let us get into this. Gemini. Okay, Sheps Hetep. Alright, we're starting off very simple. Sheps Hetep. Okay. Sheps Hetep is on the table. What is Sheps? Okay. So, for some of you, Sheps is going to be family. For some of you, Sheps is going to be ancestors. Okay? Sheps refers to history, refers to things that happened in the past, or really the people from the past, right? The ancestors, right? That's the main focus of a Sheps reading. You see that? You're going to clue straight to your ancestors, right? And like I said, sometimes it's talking about family. Okay? So, this cycle, you're going to make sure you're pouring libation. You're going to make sure that you are listening to the thoughts that you're having in the wee hours of the morning, right? 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning when you wake up, roll over, and just get out the bed or, grab your phone or whatever you're doing. Stop. See what God is telling you. See what your Sheps are saying to you. Right? Keep your eyes closed before you get up. right? See what that dream is about. Don't just let that dream go out your head, right? Because this cycle, Sheps are going to be dealing with you. Sheps are going to be talking to you, right? Some of you, this is going to be what's happening. Sheps is going to be all in your mix. So you want to pour libation to your Sheps. You want to acknowledge them. You want to make sure that they know that you are focused on them. Or, at least that you acknowledge them. Okay? Okay. Alright? Pretty much simple, right? Sheps are going to be key to what happens to you this month. Whether it's, sometimes, Sheps will be the thing that opens the way for you to get that new job. Or for you to meet that person who knows XYZ, who can put you right in line with what it is that you're trying to do. Etc., 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 right? So, this is saying, go to your Sheps, deal with them, let them know that you are giving them the carte blanche to do what they got to do for you, okay? That's what you're going to do, okay? Now, let's go into the E-King, see if we can get some more. Open. Open. Open, open, open. Open, open, open. Open stress. Close stress. Close. Open stress, close stress, close. 20 into the 35. Okay, the 20th hexagram turning into the 35. Alright? Okay, so the 20th hexagram is the hexagram of contemplation. So this is talking about contemplation, right? Sitting down and thinking about it. Right? So you're going to focus on your ancestors. You're going to be contemplating your ancestors. Some of y'all are going to be meeting a new ancestor. Get involved in your meditations. I'm telling you, when you focus yourself into a nice wakeful state of trance, you deep, right? When you ask the ancestors to come, you got some ancestors around you, they will make themselves known. They will tell you their names. They will come to you and say, my name is XYZ. Then you know who your spirit guide is. You know who your guardian angel is. You know who your ancestors are. Right? That's what you do. Just get down. Pour libation. Y'all saw the video I did. Pour libation. You don't have to use comedic words. You can pour libation the way you know how to pour libation. Just show your respect to the ancestors. Do a deed that shows the ancestors that you care. Okay? Because they're with you. And they want to help you. Right? They want you thinking about them. Right? Alright, let's go into the 20th hexagram real quick. See what we're talking about. Okay. 4th one. Don't be laughing at me. Don't be laughing. Y'all wish y'all had books like this. Look, that's a book right there. That's been used, alright? Y'all wish y'all had it, man. Don't even come at me like that. Alright, here we go. Okay, contemplating conditions of the kingdom. It is propitious to be a guest of the king. Cultivated and knowledgeable persons are depicted here. In ancient times, in the Confucian era, looks like circa 300 BC, or is that 500 BC? 500 BC. Kings sought new wisdom and enlightenment from visiting scholars and dignitaries. They often changed their methods of governing their realms on the advice of such people. The persons depicted here are capable of giving sound advice to the leaders of realms and enterprises. Their vision is much broader than those in line 3. They contemplate and analyze kingdoms as well as individuals to obtain their guidelines, and they are naturally communicative persons as well. Right? Since the controlling position in this hexagram is line 4, These people are likely to be found in cabinet posts, on boards of governors, and legislative positions rather than executives, etc., etc., etc. Right? So that line is basically speaking about, getting and giving the advice of, important people, right? Being in a setting where you can give advice or receive advice from, someone of authority or someone of level of importance, right? Or to someone of authority or level of importance. Okay, line 5, the superior man contemplates his own life and the lives of others. The persons depicted here recognize that the greatest good comes from being a worthy example and bringing benefits to others. While being interested in the realm as a whole, he knows that real accomplishments and advancements come from and through people. A nation or a business can temporarily achieve much by executive action alone, but for truly great achievements, what is done must be the part and parcel of the people's will. Most auspicious, he will be gracious, wise, considerate, beneficent, ruler or leader, setting high standards through personal example and excellence. He will strive to eliminate injustices, raise the virtue of people as a whole. He will work for and serve others even though he is the ruler or leader. Right? Because a true leader is actually a servant of the people he leads. Right? He will be a good and just leader with a long and fruitful life. Okay. Alright, yeah. So that's right. So this is, it's basically talking about, contemplating your responsibility in a particular situation, right? You have some level of leadership over something in a circumstance. You're supposed to contemplate that. What is that, right? This is supposed to be foremost in your mind, right? This goes into the hexagram of 35, which is progress, right? This is the hexagram of progress, gradual progress, right? Taking gain or loss to heart is the major keynote of this hexagram, much like Omen, right? The Omen card, taking gain or loss to heart, okay? So this is a bright situation, right? The chefs will come through if you are focusing your thoughts, right, and your practices on the chefs. Then they're going to be giving you some thoughts, right, that are going to work to give you a 35, a progress, a progression, a come up on some level, right? So make sure you're doing that, right? Remember, whatever we do in these readings, the Metu Neter is going to be what you apply your spirit to, what you apply your actions to, in order to achieve some result in circumstance, right? You're going to be doing those meditations, right? You're going to be, following the counsel of the various deities that you receive, right? This is going to, whether the tarot is Tem, or whether the I Ching is Tem, or whether Metu Neter is Tem. Right? You're going to, attack whatever the situation is, good or bad, 10 or 2, with the mantras, right? With your meditations, right? Etc., etc. Okay. We got the Page of Pentacles. Oh, this is upside down, right? In reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, on the bottom. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay. Reversing the pentacles. Oh no. Let us not reverse the pentacles. Page of Keys in the R and the Knight. Page in the R. Okay, so there's an offer. Page of Pentacles represents an offer. And perhaps this offer is being revoked, right? Alright, so Page of Pentacles is in the reverse, right? This is an offer that comes off of the table, okay? Right? It's in reverse, right? That Knight of Pentacles is also reversed. So, the negativity is coming here, right? Somewhere, on some level, see that night is usually very slow, but in the reverse, you know, this could be saying either that the speed at which this night works will pick up, or, you know, the trustworthiness, right, of this night is not going to be, right? You know what I mean? Perhaps this night is not going to be so trusting like the Knight of Pentacles usually is, right? You know, Knight of Pentacles represents an upright personality, right? Someone who is, you know, striving to do better, right? Someone who is in a good position, striving to do better, right? And is slow with his movement, right? But in the reverse here, you know, perhaps this could be someone who's very egotistical, right? Page, the Pentacles in reverse, right? You know, some level of offer is perhaps revoked, right? You know, but, you know, again, you got the 20th into the 35, right? So that 35 speaks to, you know, provided you're doing your spiritual focus, right? That 35 is speaking to progress. So whatever's happening here in this, you know, the reversals, right? You know, is gonna, you know, this can be corrected by the attention that you pay to your chefs, right? You put your chefs on the case to heal this circumstance here. It's not all the way, you know, negative circumstance, right? It's a very positive circumstance. The way that the, you know, chefs, the way that the Metu Neter reads it, and the way that the I King reads it, right? So let's turn that tarot too by making sure you get involved in your spiritual work, right? Pouring your libations, right? Paying attention to your chefs, you know, listening for their counsel, you know, writing down what you're seeing in your meditations, right? Paying attention to your chefs, right? You know, call them, call on them, talk to them, right? Yeah, and that's how you're going to deal with this reading, okay? All right, Geminis, all right, that's it. Okay, we're going to say peace and love. We're going to get on to our next cycle.